Hey friends, welcome to another video. Today's topic is going to be the top 2 most difficult things about being vegan for myself. So let's talk about that in this video. Thank you so much for joining me again for another video. As always, we've got 40% off our raw vegan recipe ebook. So if you're looking to add more raw foods to your life, you do not have to be a raw vegan to enjoy raw food. Just adding more is going to be beneficial all around. More hydrating, more fiber, more fun. So if you're interested in grabbing some of those, the recipe ebook link is in the description box below, and the code to get 40% off is RAWFOOD40. If you're enjoying videos like this, please click like and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's get into it. What are my top 2 most difficult things about being a vegan? They kind of go hand in hand, but the first thing is standing up for what I believe in. Now, I'm good at standing up for what I believe in, but it is difficult because it feels like it's constant. Like I'm constantly having to defend my ethical choice not to consume animal products. I've had many people debate me or try to convince me that I need animal products or what have you, or they're trying to justify their own choices by trying to convince me of their choices or something. And I feel like I'm constantly trying to defend my own personal moral ethics and why I choose not to eat animal products or use animal products. And again, I know that we cannot be perfect vegans, but I'm doing the best that I can with how I feel towards it. And it's really challenging to deal with that. And I know a lot of other vegans deal with the same thing. A really great book to read is called Vystopia by Clare Mann. She coined the term Vystopia, which means the anguish that a vegan experiences living in a non-vegan world. So having to be aware of the fact that animals are exploited for human consumption and use. We know this is happening and we don't want to be part of it. So it's like, it's this anguish. It's really hard to explain unless you're vegan. And if you're vegan, you understand how challenging it can be to constantly have to stand up for our beliefs. But it is good and we should be doing it. We should be being the voice for the voiceless. But it is one of the more difficult things about being vegan. Being vegan is easy, personally. It's super easy. And for me, being a raw vegan, I find raw vegan easy as well, but that's because it's become a habit for me. But even if I was just eating regular cooked vegan foods and all this stuff, like there's so much available now, and it's easy. It's just easy to be a vegan in today's day and age when it comes to the choices of what we can eat. The hard part is actually standing up and being true to our own choices and our own beliefs, which kind of leads me into the second one. The other difficult thing about being a vegan is being a vegan in a world that expects vegans to be perfect. That's something that it kind of irks me because vegans aren't some kind of superhuman, amazing, like never gonna die kind of a person. Veganism is just an ethical stance against animal exploitation. It doesn't mean that we are immune to all disease. It doesn't mean that we're never going to age. It doesn't mean that our bodies aren't going to fluctuate and change throughout the years. It doesn't mean that we're never going to die. It doesn't mean that we're not going to get wrinkles. Like, we're still human beings. We are still human. We are just making a different choice that aligns with our morals. So it's difficult to be a vegan because everyone expects vegans to be perfect. Like, for example, if I'm feeling tired, it's my diet. Or if I got sick, it's my diet. If I have an extra wrinkle, it's my diet. If I gained 5 pounds, it's my diet. It's like, it's always my diet simply because I'm vegan. But if I wasn't vegan, there would be no one would say anything if any of those things happen because it's so normal, because it's human. It's human to get tired. It's human to be hungry. It's human to get sick sometimes. Like, it's natural to feel a fluctuation. That's part of being a human. Now, granted, vegans experience these kinds of things a lot less, for sure, but we can still experience them. And that's another reason why I am annoyed with like absolute statements like never get sick again if you go vegan, or you will heal everything when you go vegan. These kinds of absolute statements are feeding into the stereotype of the fact that vegans are perfect. So the rest of the world expects us to be perfect, and if we're not perfect, then it's a justification for them not to go vegan, because they look at an imperfect vegan, they're like, well, they're not perfect, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because it works and I like it and I don't wanna change. So we're expected to be perfect, even though we're not and never will be. So it's hard to come to terms with that because the world is so expectant of us to be perfect. And that is one thing that I do find difficult about being a vegan, is because I am not perfect. And no vegan is perfect. We are not perfect. We are imperfectly perfect for sure, but we're never going to be perfect. We're never going to live forever. We're all gonna die from something. It's really about aligning our choices with our morals. That is the basis of veganism. So it's not trying to be perfect or to be like the most healthy person on the face of the planet or what have you. That is a totally different topic. Like, we can talk about all kinds of things with diet, sleep, exercise, nature, all that kind of stuff. That all comes into play as well. But again, there's never a guarantee that you are going to reach this level of pristine health, because no one really knows what that level is. We can feel super healthy and we might feel like we're 100%. And we very well may be, but expecting everyone to reach this 100% perfect level of never dying, never changing, never aging, never getting sick, anything like that is short-sighted. And we forget that the real reason behind veganism has nothing to do with the absolute statements or living forever or what have you. It has to do with aligning our actions with our morals. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Thank you again for joining me. If you do want to add more raw food to your life, you do not need to be a raw vegan. You simply want to add more fiber, some fun different ways of preparing food. We've got 40% off any or all of our raw vegan oil-free recipe ebooks. The code is rawfood40 and the link is in the description box below. If you like these videos, please click like. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you tomorrow for another video. Until then, I love you and fruit on.